Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to our first online cultural section from our English course. As you know, my name is Rafael Tenorio. I'm the coordinator for this course. And in this evening, we're gonna have a brilliant presentation with two people who have living in Canada. The first one, it's a Brazilian guy called William. And the second yes, and the second person is a Japanese girl, of course, from Japan. And she is living in Canada for 5 years, I guess, Miki. And they will give a short talk or a short presentation about their experiences living in Canada. Então, pessoal, boa noite, né? Tudo bem com vocês? A gente vai falar um pouco em português, mas a grande maioria, né, da noite vai ser em inglês, tá? Eu gostaria de agradecer a presença de vocês, alunos do nosso programa, né, o Inglês Sem Fronteiras, módulo 2 e módulo 3, né? À medida que a gente for fazendo a apresentação, eu vou pedir para vocês se identificarem no chat, né, colocando o nome de vocês, da onde vocês são, né, para que a gente possa, né, verificar a dimensão, né, de todos, né, num pedacinho aqui do Brasil, de norte a sul do Brasil, né, que faz parte desse projeto, né, que nós estamos construindo, né, nesse quinto ano de edição, né, desde 2017 a gente vem trabalhando sobre isso, e também, né, junto comigo, eu convidei, né, os professores, né, do módulo 2 e no módulo 3, para que deem, né, um oi para vocês, para que né, a gente possa estar, né, nessa noite completa, né, tanto nós, né, os nossos convidados e também os nossos professores. Então, para a gente iniciar, eu vou convidar a nossa professora Andressa, né, para que ela possa dar um oi, né, para os nossos alunos. Andressa, boa noite.
Boa noite, tudo bem, gente? Good evening, how are you doing, guys? Estou muito feliz de estar aqui com vocês hoje, espero que vocês aproveitem desse momento, aprendam muito, curtam muito esse momento aí, né? Que seja um momento, assim, excelente de aprendizagem, ok?
Ok, obrigado, Andressa. Agora eu vou convidar a Gisele, né, para que possa dar uma boa noite também para os nossos alunos.
Hello, everyone. Boa noite a todos. Que bom estar aqui presente. E parabéns aos que puderam estar compartilhando desse momento de tanto aprendizado. E eu sei que muitos tinham compromissos e a gente faz um esforço para estar junto, né? Nesse momento tão importante. Aproveitem, extraiam o máximo que vocês puderem e vamos à luta, vamos continuar aprendendo.
Obrigado, Gisele, perdão, as duas, né, representando o grupo, né, do módulo 2, e agora eu convido, né, o professor Francisco, do módulo 3, para que dê um cumprimento para os nossos alunos, né, os nossos convidados dessa noite. Francisco, tudo bem?
Hi, everyone. Good evening. It's really good to stay here with you. And a special good evening to the stage 3 students that I give some support in this course, and I'm really happy to stay here with you, and I hope you have a good meeting, okay?
Okay, thank you so much, Francisco.
You are on mute, Rafael.
Aí eu agradeço, né, Francisco, né, pela sua fala, estava mudo aqui, perdão. E aí eu convido vocês três, tá? Se vocês quiserem acompanhar a live pelo YouTube, fazendo favor,
Okay,
tá? Para que
I'll be
fique aqui
there.
com a gente. Ok, thanks so much. Aí. E por último também, né, quem vai mediar essa noite, né, junto comigo, né, eu convido a nossa professora, né, conteudista, né, do curso, a professora Ana Beatriz, né, que dê um cumprimento também para os nossos alunos.
Hello, everyone. I'm very glad to be here with you. Be welcome to our first live. And today, I think we're going to have a nice live here today. Eu não vou estar preparada, eu não vou poder ficar conversando com vocês pelo chat, porque eu tô com um problema aqui para acessar o chat, mas eu vou ficar acompanhando vocês, as perguntas de vocês, o tempo todo, e assim que tiver uma brecha, eu passo para eles, para o William e para a Miki, para que eles respondam para vocês. Tudo bem? Então, welcome to our live, and let's start it.
Let's start it, and I hope you enjoy it.
Yes.
Yes, we guess. We hope so. So, Ana Beatriz, thank you so much. And if you students have some questions, please don't forget to type or to chat in order for us to select some questions at the end of each presentation. And I believe that William and Mick will answer as soon as possible during the live, and or if they don't have the answers right now, maybe after the presentation, he could write an email and try to solve your questions or doubts. Okay, so now I'm gonna introduce our guests. The first one is William Bertaioli. He's a Brazilian guy, but I invited him to share us a little about his experience abroad, especially in Canada. That it's an amazing country that I have that I had the opportunity to visit twice in 2011 and 2015. And the second person that will give a comment or a speech, sorry, about her experience in Canada too is Miki Kitazawa. Right? I think so. So the first person is William. And after that, if you have some questions to William, be free to make it. And after this, we're gonna start with Mickey. Okay? So welcome, William. And if you want to start it, it's up to you.
Thank you so much, Rafael, for this amazing introduction. It's I'm completely glad to be here with you and with the students who were able to watch this presentation and get more information from us, right? So we are more than happy to announce to you all this amazing partnership that we have made with IFSU de Minas. Well, my name is William, and I'm regional manager for Sul College in Brazil, right? Sul College is located in Canada, so that's why we are bringing a lot of Canada information to you. Could you just move to the next slide, please? There we go. So here we have a quick video. This way you can understand what is Canada a little bit and where is Sault Ste. Marie, the city where our main campus is located. That's great. Thank you so much, Rafael. Thank you, Beatriz. So you could see a little bit of Sault Ste. Marie and Canada at the same time, right? And it's important that you probably saw that in Canada we have specific, well shown seasons, right? I mean, we have autumn, we have winter, we have summertime, so you can enjoy each part of the year using everything that you can from the nature that Canada has to provide, right? So our next slide, please. So the idea on our next slide is showing you this partnership that we have between Sault College and IF Sul de Minas. There we go. That's great. Thank you so much for that. So this partnership was made looking for helping students, right? And helping the interaction between these two institutions. So we have opportunities from ELAP, which is a Canadian program, a government Canadian program, right? Which can help students to study abroad, mainly to take students from Brazil and bring to Canada to study and have this opportunity. It's kind of, you're gonna use it as a scholarship for this program, right? So it's a great experience, a great opportunity that the IF Sul de Minas with Sault College, of course, with the help of Canadian government, are providing to your students, to you actually, right? So this is the first step of our partnership. And if anyone has any question about this specific opportunity, as Rafael shared at the beginning of this presentation, you just need to send Rafael or Ana Beatriz a message, an email to get know better this opportunity, right? And different other ones that we can provide to you as well. The second step here is we have this research and development among our faculties. So the idea here is to exchange ideas, to exchange research among our faculties, Sault College faculties and IF Sul de Minas faculties. We're gonna also have experimental classes. This is gonna happen in Sault College and of course, IF Sul de Minas as well. We're gonna bring some Canadian students to watch and to experience what IF Sul de Minas can offer to them. Of course, they have to learn, they're gonna have to learn a little bit of Portuguese, right? But they can probably, they're gonna enjoy our program here, what we have in Brazil, either online or in person. We believe that's gonna be a great experience for both countries. And for last, we're gonna have seminars and webinars as this one to show you different experiences. In this case, we brought Mickey, who is gonna share amazing experiences that she has been taken into college in Sault Ste. Marie since she left her own country, right? So in general, this is what involves our amazing partnership between IF Sul de Minas and Sault College in Canada. Next one, please. So here my first question to you. Have you ever thought going abroad or studying abroad or even pursuing a professional career abroad? I think so, right? It was my case and probably Mickey's case. And the idea here is to show you that Canada is the first destination for Brazilians right now, either to study, because Canada has a great educational system, or work and even immigrate in the future. So Canada, it's a country who has catch a lot of attention of Brazilian. And that's why we brought this general information to you to get know better this country. So as I said, is the first destination for students, is the first destination for people who are looking for immigration. as well as their programs. You can, at the same time that you study, you can work. And after that, the student can apply for a PGWP, which is a document offered by the government where you can just work after your study. Canada is also a multicultural country. So when you go there, you're gonna find people from everywhere, right? Of course, Brazilian as well. It's a well-receptive country with a lot of opportunities. The cost of living, it's great. Of course, depending on the city that you're gonna choose to live, but it's compared to Brazil, for example, it's much better. And in my case, when I choose Canada to go and study, how close Canada was to Brazil compared to Europe or comparing to Australia, it made me feel more comfortable choosing Canada. Next slide, please. So that's the question that I would tell you to make before you take any decision in your life, right? So when you're studying abroad, when you are looking for a different opportunity, when you complete your program at IF de Minas, you're gonna decide what I wanna do in my life. And here are the questions that I made myself a couple of years ago when I decided to take a different experience. So the first question is where I wanna go, right? Which country, what I wanna do, right? I wanna study abroad, I wanna keep my career or my studies in Brazil. Which country I would like to go, which city within this country I would like to go, and mainly, if I'm gonna go there to study, which institution is gonna help me to achieve my goals? So these are the questions that would like to share with you to compose your plan to study abroad, and to take a bigger decision in your life. Next one, please. So in Canada, just a general information to make you understand how it works, the educational system works in Canada. We do have universities, and then we have colleges, SU College, which is a public college, right? Then that's why you might be asking, hey, William, why you're just referring to SU College as a college and not as a university, right? Well, there is a major difference between these two institutions. University, you go for more academic and research projects, while when you go to a college, SU College, you are looking for labor market opportunities. You are looking for practical experiences. So these are the main differences between these two institutions. Universities, so if you want to do research, if you want to do a lot of, tests and research, everything related to that, you go to a university. While when you are looking for something more practical, you go for a college. And then we have the other differences that you can see in this slide for sure. There are differences among how much you're gonna spend in university and how much is gonna spend going for a college, for example. Of course, this is just general information to bring to you ideas about what we are saying right now. But again, if you have any further question, you can ask me, you can ask Rafael and Ana Beatriz, that we will be more than happy to help you and provide any information that you might need, right? And my last slide, I believe, before I pass over to Miki to share her great experiences, would be the differences between big cities and small cities that can help you understand a little bit better when you decide, okay, William, I'm going to Canada, so which city should I go? Well, in the first moment, I would say Sault Ste. Marie, right? Not just because Sault College is there, but because it's a great city. And of course, Miki is gonna help us with more information. But can you just jump to the next slide, please? There we go. So we have big cities and then we have small cities, right? As Sault Ste. Marie. We do have around 80,000 inhabitants in Sault-Saint-Marie, but different from Brazil, smaller cities in Brazil. A Canadian city, even small, has everything that a big city in Canada had, but of course in a smaller proportion, you know what I mean? So the city is going to provide everything that you need regarding health field, educational field, labor market, but in a smaller proportion comparing to a bigger city as Toronto, for example. So here we have a few differences between these two kind of cities. While in big cities, we have different opportunities. We have a cost of living really high. There is more competitivity, more attractions. So for example, Canada, as probably you all know, those of you who like, for example, basketball, there is an amazing basketball team located in Toronto, which is Toronto Raptors. So in Canada, in Toronto, which is a big city, you're going to have much more attractions compared to smaller cities, right? But then you also have a wider labor market. So these are the differences, the details that you can get in general from big cities. While in smaller cities, you're going to have a cost of living smaller, right? Comparing to big cities. You're going to have job opportunities as well. The competitivity among your peers, for example, is going to be less comparing to big cities. So we do have the important here, and the point here is bringing the attention to smaller cities, because every time that we go to abroad, or if we're going to live in Canada, for example, the first city that came to your mind is going to be Toronto, right? That happened to me a couple of years ago. So it's important you to understand where you're going to live and the pros and cons from each one, right? And then we have my last slide right now. That is a quick video giving you an overview about Sault College.
There are a lot of things you're going to be. You already know it. You're going to be strong, adventurous, caring, creative, protective. You're going to be a hero, a fan, a giant, a wanderer, a leader. You're going to be like a spark, tough, proud, elegant. But you already know what you're going to be. You are going to be amazing. Find your amazing here. Welcome to the real you. Welcome to Sault College.
Thank you, Anna. So this was just a quick video to show you how our institution, as IFSU de Minas here in Brazil and we in Canada, we work and we try to help our students. And this is the general information that I would like to share with you, our partnership, that we are working together with Rafael and Beatriz to create this opportunity to you, either if you are looking for an opportunity right now, or after you graduate from IFSU de Minas, you're deciding to take a different opportunity in your life. So that was the idea. And I'm more than happy to pass over to Mickey, who is part of our team, Sault College team, that's gonna share her amazing experience with you. So thank you so much for your attention. Thank you. And
Thank
Mickey.
you, William. It was a wonderful presentation.
Thank
you. I got curious to know a little bit more about your the city where you lived. And I guess what you wanted to say is that a small city in Canada gets the best from the biggest ones and the best from the smallest ones. So you join everything in just one city. Is that what you wanted to say? That's why you're saying that living in a small city in Canada, it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that this the whole point, Ana Beatriz, because even though most of the people are looking for biggest cities, right? Bigger cities as Toronto, for example. What I made this decision a couple of years ago, as I said, right? I went to Toronto and I lived there for 2 years. And then that's because sometimes we cannot understand or gather different information from another cities. And when you start research and we start doing your plan, you're going to understand that maybe what is best for you is a smaller city, because there you're going to find a great institution, you're going to find a better cost of living that is going to make a huge difference at the end of the day for you. So it's important. It's a kind of a combination of factors that's going to help the student make the decision. But the point here is to look at these smaller cities as well, not just the biggest cities. We do have a campus in Toronto, right? Our main campus is located in Sault Ste. Marie, but we do have another one in Toronto. So our students who are coming to Sault College, for example, can choose either go to Sault Ste. Marie or Toronto. But the idea here is to bring this overview about the difference of these two kind of cities, and then it's up to the student to make their choice.
Probably that was one of the reasons that Nikki decided to go probably to the city. So let's hear about her. Let's hear about her, about what she has to tell us.
Sure. Thank you, Anna and William. Welcome, everybody. My name is Miki. I am a Japanese. I came to Canada from Japan about 5 years ago. And now I am an international development assistant here at Sault College. So I work very closely with William. But I am joining today from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. So today I am so excited to be here. To share my experience, because I had so much great memories here in Sault Ste. Marie, and I just cannot describe how much I love this town. So I hope to bring you like some of my experience to you, share my experience with you today. So as I said, in 2015, I decided to go to study abroad, but I wasn't sure which countries to go. I had experience being in Australia for a short study abroad. So I wanted to experience some other countries. Then I didn't want to go to USA because I had some stereotype compared to Canada. And my family was like, well, Canada, it's a nature, it's a snow. In the summertime, it's all green and blue, and it's just beautiful and a safe country. So that was the only thing, that the reason why I chose to Canada, and that was not a mistake. Next slide, please. Okay, why did I come to Canada to study abroad? So first, as I said, there's a great nature. In Japan, some of you may know, we have beautiful 4 seasons. So I didn't want to go to any intense weather change countries. So that was one thing that I really like about Canada. It has a great nature throughout the year. Spring, summer, it's a beautiful summer. It's not hot, like steamy hot summer like in Japan. In Japan, it's really gross. It's really sticky, and it's really a hot summer. But in here, it's more of a dry, nice summer. It goes only high up to 30 in the summer, so it's very comfortable summer. And we have beautiful fall season, and we have snowy winter. As you can see, some of my pictures at the bottom, they're from winter time. And also a safe country, as I mentioned, it is a very safe country across Canada, especially Sault Ste. Marie. We have very tight community. 1 people knows 100 people. Like, we all know each other, and sometimes it really happens. Let's say you meet a new person, but that person was connected to your coworker, and your coworker was connected to myself. It's like a whole small community, like everyone knows everybody. So it's a really safe community as well. thirdly, it's the quality of life. So this was something that I really wanted to highlight today, because in Japan, I really like my family. I love the life in Japan, and I didn't want to have any big difference in another country. Then I knew I would fall into really severe homesickness after I arrived to Canada. So I wanted to have a very similar lifestyle, but in a different culture. So that was one thing. And also affordable tuition. If you compare to the tuition amount in the United States or England, it is a significant difference. So that was one of the reasons why I chose to go to an institution in Canada. And across Canada, there's some tuition differences. However, most of the average of the tuition is way lower than the United States or England. Lastly, but not least, it's a no strong English accent. If you want to improve your English, it is a beautiful country to come to. If you go to England, there's an English accent. Although I think these English accents are very cool, but you want to have very natural English accent when you speak English, especially if you want to use that English in the future. I strongly recommend to have a very natural English accent. So just to go over some of the pictures, on the right at the top, it's you see the two bottles hanging to the wood or tree. I'm not sure you guys know what this is, but this is maple syrup. I was staying in a homestay. I will talk more about it later. But we were making a maple syrup from our garden. So there was a maple tree in the garden about late March to April. When the temperature dropped down, we can get resin from the tree to make the maple syrup. It is a beautiful experience I had. That was the best maple syrup I've ever had. It's nothing better than buying from the stores. So yeah, if you come to, especially in the Sault Ste. Marie, Toronto, many people don't have a tree in their backyard. So this is something that the countryside city, if you come to countryside city, you can experience. I've heard many international students in Toronto don't have this experience. Like they don't have trees in the backyard, especially in the maple trees. It's their properties tend to be a little bit small. Well, not a little bit, like really small compared to the Sault Ste. Marie properties in here. Next to it on the left hand side, yeah.
Just an additional point here. Maybe our students don't know exactly what is the maple syrup. Could you just give us a tip for that?
Yeah, good point.
You guys have to know. So maple syrup is this. Oh, it's the yummiest syrup. It's the very sticky, but it's a delicious sugar syrup. But this sugar is natural from the tree. We actually have a local maple syrup producer. So whenever I go to the store, I usually go to the local maple syrup producer section, and I buy maple syrup. But these maple syrups, people use to put in oatmeal, just put it over the pancakes, the waffles. Sometimes I use it for my cooking. Sometimes your cooking recipe calls for sugar, but then you put natural maple syrup. It's the best, guys. So whenever you come to Canada, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get maple syrup for your souvenir. That's what I did. I got probably like 4 bottles of maple syrup when I went back to Japan to visit my family, and I gave it to my family's friends and so on. So maple syrup is really a key souvenir, and I'm pretty sure you will enjoy it once you arrive to Sault Ste. Marie. Sault Ste. Marie, well, to Canada.
Nikki, how long does it take to fill a bottle?
Great question. It's really depending on the weather as well. The temperature has to be a certain level. In the daytime, go over 0 Celsius. But at night, it has to go below 0. So this is the temperature that creates the maple syrup. And it really depends on the weather, but sometimes it takes half day. Sometimes it takes full day. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter. But after we fill up this bottle, we have to boil it for a long time, very long time. Yeah. So I think we did it for like boiling this syrup for like 4 hours, 5 hours on the stove. So sometimes people do it outside. It's like a bonfire, hang the pot over the bonfire and then just let it boil for a long time. Sometimes people do like that, but that's my homestay. We did over the stove. So it was a fun experience to see it's just a resin. So it's like a water when just the resin comes out to the bottle. But once you boil it, the sugar will contract and it gets sticky and the brown color that the maple syrup looks like. Yeah. At the bottom, as I said, the bottom right is myself shoveling the drive.
Just a little second, please. I want to make an observation here. If Mickey is speaking in English, of course, but I know not everyone can understand English properly. So if you have any doubt, se vocês tiverem alguma dúvida, quiserem saber algum detalhe que vocês tenham perdido aqui no meio dessa conversa, vocês podem colocar mensagem ali, que aí a gente volta um pouquinho na informação e passa para vocês, tá bom? All right? So please don't get lost here in our life. Sorry, Mickey, go ahead.
No problem, no problem. So on the right corner at the bottom, it's myself shoveling the snow in the winter driveway. I'm just standing on a driveway, but the snowbank, it's called the snowbank. It's like a snow mountain. The snowbank was higher than myself. So it was like 6 feet high. So it was super high. But that day when I went for a walk, on the left-hand side is a beautiful sunset. It's the same day on the boardwalk, which is at the top left. At the top, you see the Sunshine Blue Sky river. It's a St. Mary's River, but it froze over the winter. It's the same location, but it looks totally different across the season. So at the top is the summertime, and at the bottom is the winter time. It was a beautiful walk that I did. Next slide, please. Okay, so there's some text boxes and pictures all across the slide. So here are some pictures that I wanted to share with you guys today. So that's a life in a zoo. So let's go from the left at the top. It's me skiing. I went to Ski Hill, which is only 40-minute drive from the city center. It's called Searchmont Resort. William went there 2 years ago with me. I think that this picture is from that time, but I often go there in the winter time if there was no COVID pandemic. But there's a ski hill, and we usually have the ski day for students. So if you come to Sault Ste. Marie, and if you like skiing or if you want to try skiing, we shuttle the bus for students and go to Ski Hill for all day. It's so much fun. So I really hope you guys have a chance to enjoy Canadian winter. Next to the right is a picture with Royal Canadian Mounted Police at the Canada Day Festival, which is coming up soon. So I'm pretty excited. But I'm not sure you guys know about RCMP. It's the acronym of Royal Canadian Mounted Police. They're like a police. But they, if you Google RCMP, they sometimes on the horse. It's pretty cool. So I was excited to take a picture with him on the Canada Day Festival. This was happening in Sault Ste. Marie. Everything was decorated with red and white with maple wreaths. It was really cute. And yeah, I still really like this picture because after that, I didn't get to see RCMP after that. So yeah, if you are interested in RCMP, just Google. There's some fantastic pictures comes up. Let's go to the bottom left. It's she is my host mother. I cooked Japanese food and shared with my host mother. it's like a Japanese pancakes, but it was first time for her to try. So I just like, well, let's take a selfie to, you know, keep our memories. But yeah, I think.
So do you still live with her?
She unfortunately moved to about 3 hours drive away to different city. But I still see her whenever I go to that way. Yeah, I have a fantastic relationship with her. A few days ago, I just talked to her like almost every week. I talk to her still. But yeah, if, we do have a homestay provider. If you're really concerned about living by yourself, or you know want to experience more of the Canadian life, we do have a homestay provider that can assist you with. Yeah, pretty much everything. I really strongly recommend you to stay in a homestay if you have an option.
Yeah,
Right.
same opinion.
Yeah, it's a beautiful experience. Even like short term, if you want to give it a try, I strongly recommend you to do that. On the right hand side to that picture is a bonfire with my neighbor. I'm not sure the neighbor situation in Brazil, but my host mother had really great relationship with our neighbors. So we had almost every night bonfire. Like we had bonfires almost every night. Have some drinks, smoked sausages or s'mores.
Nikki, could you explain this expression, this name bonfire? I guess this is pretty new for them.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, so bonfire, it's not like the bonfire that you did with a huge crowd. It's more like a small home-sized bonfire. So there's a table, looks like a table, but in the middle it's dented, and you put the woods inside or paper, something that catches fire, and then you just light up the fire. So it's very small, as you can see in the picture. It's very small. It's really depending on the family size, but this is the regular size. Like it's just looks like a table with a little fire right in the middle. In the summertime. Oh, William, go ahead.
Additional point here, it's something that we usually do while we are having our June festivals here, or Festa Junina, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
not
that's
not
right.
in this way, you know. Everybody in a room, in a living room,
No,
with a
it's
bonfire
outside.
here. I thought it
It's
was a
outside.
different thing.
Yeah, it's backyard. And they have to have the permission every year to have the bonfire at their backyard. But we had bonfires almost every night with some drinks and snacks. That's the way that Canadians spend their night time in the summertime. It's beautiful.
So you do that inside of the room. You make this inside of the room. You know, I can see some fire in there.
It's the backyard.
It's in the backyard. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was inside. That's why I wasn't getting the information here. I was confused because I thought I was seeing a fire in there.
Yeah. So it's in a backyard. People usually have it in backyard.
Okay, now it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
And
sorry.
no problem. Another one on the right hand side to that is eating supper outside with my host mother. So we had so many suppers outside in summertime, especially not only summer, like spring, summer, fall, because it's just too beautiful to stay inside. Sometimes so right now we are working from home, but sometimes we work from outside, from our backyard, because it's just too beautiful to stay inside. So that's what I really enjoyed, eating supper outside. That's something that wasn't a part of my life when I was in Japan. Like we had house, but we didn't eat supper outside other than barbecue. But when I was staying in the homestay, we were really regularly eating outside. I really like it. To the right, there's a hiking at the Hiawatha hiking trail. It's only 5 minutes drive. It's really close. 5 minutes drive from the center of the city. So pretty much wherever you live, you can go to Hiawatha Trail for 5 to 10 minutes. It's a beautiful hiking trail, about an hour. There are different paths that you can go. You can spend all day there. It's really, really beautiful fall. The last one at the bottom, it's a lake. It's not the ocean. I really thought it was an ocean the first time when I saw it. It's a Lake Superior, one of the biggest lake in the 5 lakes. The water is super duper clean. You can go swimming in the summertime. At the same time, Sioux College offers free shuttle bus in the summertime to shuttle students from Sault Ste. Marie City from the college to Lake Superior. It's about 2 hours drive, but it's really worth it. You can just relax, do nothing, or just go for swimming. Sometimes I see students playing beach volleyball. So if it's not a COVID situation, we definitely would have summer spend time a lot at the Lake Superior, but unfortunately this year I don't think it would happen. But this is one of the outdoor attractions that we have accessible from the Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Okay, I think that's all I have for today. I really enjoyed sharing my experience with you guys. I hope you guys have some questions. If it's not in English, William can help you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miki. I can see how much you love there.
I really
We all
do.
can see.
Yeah. And probably William had the same opinion, but now he's not there anymore, William. He's living here in Brazil, but probably you enjoyed it a lot as well.
Oh, yeah. One thing that Mickey shared with us and makes me feel more comfortable speaking of Sault Ste. Marie and share this with our students and with if Sault Dominion students, is that Sault Ste. Marie and Sault College has this feeling of community, right? Everything that we are trying to do, either the city or Sault College, we are trying to help with. They are trying to make you feel better. And this comes with all the environment surrounding, you know what I mean? As Mickey has shared with us, amazing pictures from photos, her own photos, right? From the summertime, the winter time. So as I said at the beginning, they have very highlighted seasons, and then you can enjoy each one of them in the properly way, right? So it's amazing. Sault Ste. Marie is amazing. Canada as a whole, it's an amazing country. So I'm also suspect to say something about them.
Here, Danilo, one of our students, he's saying that he remembers James Blunt's song "Bonfire Hearth," but I don't know this song, Danilo. I'll search it. I'll Google it after this live here. I guess I don't know it. Maybe I know it, but I'm not connecting the song with the name of it. But I'll Google it.
Bonfire, it's an amazing moment that Canadians have, and that brings people together, as the picture, as you can see. So it's great. And during the not the winter time, right, Mickey, but autumn, when it's start getting a little bit colder, and then you go out there and have this amazing moment.
Yeah.
I see. It's like here in Brazil, but here we do that on winter time. Exactly.
Well, winter, summer, right?
Right.
We are fortunate in Brazil, right? We are fortunate.
Yeah.
Miki, Isla is asking if she was an au pair before. If you went to Canada as an au pair.
Sorry, would you mind repeating that question again for me?
No, of course not. She is asking if you were an au pair if you worked as an au pair.
Oh,
in
like
Canada.
If I worked while I was studying?
No, and do you know that program, that the au pair program, people who goes to another place, to another country to babysit, to do babysitting, you know, and then they live with another family. They live with a family in there. They take care of the children, of their
Okay.
children, and they live with them. And it's like a host family, but the difference is that you work for them, you know, usually taking care of their kids.
No, I didn't. I've never had the experience in that program. But I was working where I was studying full time in another institution in Sault Ste. Marie. But yeah, I've never had the experience with that program.
Okay,
Yeah, I
she
just have
didn't
one
have this
question
experience.
to William. Okay. William, there's a student who wants to know a little bit more about the ELAP program. If this program allows people to get a work visa as well, or is it specific if they want to study or to get a part of his or her graduation abroad? If you don't mind, could you share us a little bit more information about that?
Sure, Rafael, sure. So this specific program, which is ISLAP, is a short-term program, right? So usually within this program, or the student permit, which is the document that you have to in order to study in Canada or in Sault Ste. Marie in this case, or sometimes you can use even your tourism visa in order to do this just 4 months program. So I mean, it's a different when you have our regular programs, for example, 1 year and 2 years, right? While you're studying, you can work. But in this case, the idea of this program is you experience everything that Canada can offer to you. So the idea within this partnership through WeLab is that taking you as a student, coming to Sault College, having this amazing experiencing through our programs and specific program. In this case, for instance, we do have one student coming. Actually, we were just about to get good news, Rafael. So please hang on that probably in this following days, we're going to have a great opportunity for the first student from Sul de Minas. But the idea of this program is just having the Canadian experience, studying with us, taking a graduation or post-grad program, and then we're gonna take the opportunity to have you in Sault Ste. Marie and take you to the Lake Superior, take you to Search Mountain, of course, depending on the time that you are coming, and really live this amazing experience, right? Now, if you are looking to work after that, then you have to look for programs that we can provide to you as well after you complete your program with the Sul de Minas, for example, and then you can look for a graduation or a post-grad program that you can work while you're studying.
And it's interesting to share to our students that the benefits from the Canadian government offer to them. It's around, they offer a scholarship around 7,200 Canadian dollars for each student who wants to apply for this program, right?
That's right. Not just for the student who wants to apply, but for the student who have been approved, right, by the government.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
So, is there an age limit to apply for the scholarship? You know?
Yeah, actually, there is every year the Canadian government opens this kind of program, and for this year, we already have done with all the applicants. As I said, we're probably going to have one student from Sul de Minas. But for the next year, Rafael is going to work hard to make this happen and to, of course, share with you all once we have this open. We depend on the government, the Canadian government, but it usually happens at the beginning of every year. So it depends, of course, but we're probably going to have this opportunity again in January or February next year. But it's better you get prepared for that. As soon as it opens, we can have your name with Rafael. Rafael is going to share for sure when it's open.
Yes, I'm gonna share this amazing opportunity for Brazilian students.
William, what's
And
the minimum age to apply for this program? Sorry, Rafael.
no
Sorry.
problem.
So I'm sorry, Beatriz, could you repeat, please?
They are asking here about the minimum age to apply for that. And
18 years.
18. Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Okay.
And the idea, actually, it depends, of course, Rafael, and if it's Sul de Minas, we have some criterias where it's sharing with the students when they decide to apply. And within these criterias, there is a specific age. There is a program that you have to be studying, right, at the Sul de Minas. So it's interesting after this meeting, get more information about the criteria. This might change for the next year, but basically is these ones that I just shared with you all.
Okay. Oh, all right. Thank you.
Okay, I just have a question, my personal question. It's about the time that you have prepared your English ability or skill before going abroad. So, William and Mick, how long have you been or have you studied English before going to Canada or another place abroad?
William, you want to go first?
Sorry?
Go ahead, Mickey.
Yes.
Okay, I will go first then. Okay, so in Japan, we are required to start learning English when you are 10 years old. It's a school requirement. However, this learning is really about memorization. It's not the applied learning, so you don't get to actually speak and use your knowledge. So I was really good at grammar, English grammar until high school. Then I met one of my teachers, and she studied abroad in the United States, and her English skill was very fluent. And I started to question myself why I'm studying more than close to 10 years and I'm not being able to speak, to communicate, use English to communicate with other people. So as I said, studying English is a requirement in Japan. So I was learning a kind of different way, just doing grammars. But actually, I started really learning English was just a year before I came here. So that was only 1 year of intense English study. However, my English wasn't a good enough score to go straight to the academic program. So I took an ESL course for 1 year. So that would be 2 terms. So yeah, learning English, learning another language is not an easy job. Although I was studying since I was 10, I didn't have the applied learning knowledge. So if you have opportunity to speak English while you're in Brazil, I strongly recommend you to start using it. You want to be able to, you can save time if you can improve your English while you're in Brazil, because you can just go straight to academic program rather spending some time and money to ESL program. So if you are in Brazil right now and want to improve your English, that's a great motivation. And I want you to push forward even more. And I hope to see you guys in the college and academic program.
Yeah, just an additional point here. I think that I don't need to share my previous experience with the English, but And Beatriz, English is one of the requirements that we need for this ELAP program. Just came to my mind. So it's important to have. You don't need to have a proficiency level of the highest level of English, but you have to be able to understand. You have to be able to communicate, at least to absorb every content that we have to share with you. So one of the criteria is to have this English minimum level to study at Sul College, for example. So it's very important. We never stop, right? We use English as our second language. We never stop learning, right? Every day we are trying to improve our English skills. So it never stops.
So I guess it's like in B1 level, from the common European framework.
It's something like
you
that.
You have a B1, we accept it.
Yeah, actually, we do have our specific English proficiency tests. I mean, IELTS, even Duolingo, we accept as a proof of English. And there are specific minimum scores, which we use that as a measure to understand if the student is able to understand our classes and able to get into the ELAP program, for example.
Okay, and William, tell us about your experience before going to Canada. How long have you been, or have you studied English before going there?
Well, Rafael, I would say that was something close to Mickey, because before I went to Canada, I was just, like taking English class from elementary schools and high schools, but at that time was not something completely efficient. You know what I mean? To help me speak properly and understand properly English. And I went to private English school, but again, you have to keep studying, right? Every opportunity that you can take. For example, right now I'm studying English during the nighttime. Right after this meeting and this quick chat, I'm gonna have class, just so you have an idea. So we never stop, right? So it's important, and I believe that our students here, right, Rafael, is coming from an English program that if Sudimina has provided to them. So it's amazing. You have to be learning. It's an amazing language. It's amazing when you start, right, Nick, when we start understanding from TV shows, for example, everything that they are saying, movies. So it's really great to learn English, and for sure it's going to help you not just in your academic level, but for sure in your professional career.
Yes, William, I have English classes too. I'm having English classes too as a student.
See?
So I am studying too. I'm studying English too.
We're always studying. That's great.
We always have to study. We always have something to learn, many things to learn. So.
Yes, we never stop. So I'm gonna just give an instruction in Portuguese, okay, Mickey? Sorry, okay, but do you have some words in Portuguese actually, or William never share you some expression or some words in Portuguese? William,
not yet. We are working hard, right, Mick? No.
Yes, maybe.
Next meeting, I'm gonna teach Mickey some Portuguese words.
Yes, just some words, ok? Pessoal, só para comentar, eu compartilhei um formulário, né, que nele eu coloquei o nome, né, o e-mail de vocês e qual é o interesse, né, de cada um para saber sobre a Sul College e as oportunidades, né, de estudar no Canadá, que o William, né, ele já passei o link para ele das respostas e ele vai entrar em contato com vocês à medida que ele for conseguindo, né, trazer essas informações, entendeu? Então, se alguém ainda não conseguiu preencher esse formulário, eu estou compartilhando, né, novamente o link, tá? Para que vocês possam se inscrever E durante, né, essa semana, nas próximas semanas, o William vai compartilhar um pouco, né, aqui as oportunidades, né, que o Canadá tem e principalmente as college, né, para vocês que têm interesse, talvez, né, lógico, depois que passar essa pandemia, né, as oportunidades que eles podem proporcionar para nós, né, para estudar no Canadá, porque muitas pessoas aqui, né, William, estão colocando my big dream is speak English very well and live abroad. I'm so excited about applying for this program. For me, it's a big dream to live abroad. Então, tem muitas oportunidades e muitos interesses, né, dos nossos alunos, né, dos nossos estudantes, sobre o estudo, né, no exterior. Até a Ana Beatriz também colocou, né, algumas curiosidades, e a gente sempre tem isso, né, e as oportunidades, elas sempre aparecem também, né, então por isso que é interessante a gente sempre manter essas parcerias em dia, e também a gente trazendo essas oportunidades, né, tanto de um lado quanto para o outro, né, para que a gente possa disseminar, que a gente possa compartilhar essas oportunidades para os nossos estudantes, seja estudante de curso, né, de inglês, de projeto de extensão, que a gente pode pensar, né, William, futuramente, alguma coisa específico para esse grupo, também para os nossos alunos de graduação, pós-graduação, de mestrado, né, acho que a gente sempre tem que pensar em relação a oportunidades, que eu acredito que é o que os nossos alunos estão procurando, os nossos estudantes.
Mickey, I'm just going to share quick information in Portuguese to them, okay? Rafael, eu queria realmente te agradecer. Eu acho que é uma excelente oportunidade que vocês estão trazendo para os estudantes da IFSU de Minas, principalmente nesse curso de inglês, que a gente sabe o quão importante é o inglês e nunca vai deixar de ser. É uma parceria que a gente está muito confiante, muito alegre de construir junto a você, principalmente, que tem feito todo esse trabalho. Rafael, eu agradeço imensamente essa parceria, e é realmente criar as oportunidades para os estudantes da IFSU de Minas, seja através do programa ILAP, seja em programas de maior duração, que aí, após eles concluírem qualquer programa dentro do IFSU de Minas, eles têm essa oportunidade, ou durante um programa que é o ILAP. Enfim, são oportunidades que a gente tem desenhado, está criando, que eu tenho certeza que hoje a gente começou a distribuir e compartilhar com os seus estudantes, mas se Deus quiser, muito mais está por vir. Então, muito obrigado novamente pelo convite, obrigado, Ana Beatriz, por estar nos apoiando com todo o processo também, e principalmente os estudantes que estão aqui até esse horário acompanhando a gente aqui e absorvendo informação bem bacana.
They're asking, William, just one more question. They are asking if this program is just for students.
Well, yes. Either ELAP or our regular programs are focused on students. That's the whole point of the program.
All right. And some people here, they are still asking about Mickey. They want to know if you were a caregiver, but no, you went just to study there. You didn't work there. I mean, you don't work there. You just went there to study. They missed this information. They just didn't get this information, so I'm just reinforcing it to them.
There we go. Is there any other question, Rafael and Ana Beatriz?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I guess it wasn't enough.
So before the end of this speech, I'd like to say thank you, William, one more time for your presentation, and Mickey. Not Nikki, is Mickey, because before I got some confused about her name. That's why I'm trying to make a joke about
just like Mickey Mouse. Easy to remember, just like Mickey.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So from us, from IFSU de Minas, it's a pleasure for you having here tonight, and also to have a stronger partnership between IFSU de Minas and Sul College. And I hope we can get this opportunity to send Nicole, our first student at IFSU de Minas, to Sul College. Maybe, I hope, next year. And after 21st one, we would like to send more students if it's able. And I believe that we can open many doors and window and many opportunities for our students to learn more about English. That is really demanded, and it's really important to them, for us, especially if you want to improve our career and other things that we have in mind. So thank you, Ana Beatriz, for this time we are together again. Okay.
Thank you, Rafa, for the opportunity.
Okay.
Mickey, you're so lovely. Thank you so much for all the things you shared here with us. William, thank you, but I'm still going to see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be waiting for you tomorrow.
That's great. Thank you so much.
So, guys, bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.